Hello, my name is Ellen Sutherland, and I am the author of Jamie Poole books. Today I'm going to be reading from this latest release that includes two stories from Jamie Poole. The first is Battle of the Beanfield. Battle of the Beanfield is an historic event that took place in 1985 near Stonehenge in England. I'm retelling the story through the eyes of some of my characters. Because this took place in 1985, my characters are significantly younger. And the primary character that's being seen through is Linda, who is the mother of Lenore Taylor. It also will include Linda's mother, who is Granny D. Granny D also calls herself the Oracle of the Mother Venus. It's a very unusual name, but Granny D is a very unusual woman, so why not give her an unusual name? The Jamie Poole books themselves are a mixed genre series that includes historical fiction, science fiction, time travel, there's mythology, and a lot of things that take place in it. You could compare it to Outlander meets Lord of the Rings, but I have fewer men in kilts and more monsters to make up for it. And so without further ado, I'm going to read a portion of this, and I hope you enjoy it. This takes place, first chapter, near Stonehenge, England, June 1st, 1985. Police Constable Bertrand Tompkins woke up earlier than normal. He took little time to eat breakfast before dressing in his police uniform in front of the bedroom mirror. He struck an odd figure. He'd been called Frankenstein in school because of his height and squarish features. Having broken his nose in a skirmish a year ago when he arrested three drunken men, single-handedly had only accentuated the appearance. He had gotten an award for that arrest. He wished the doctor had done a better job setting his nose, but there was nothing to be done about that. He strapped his truncheon to his hip. Perhaps he'd get an award today for acts of bravery. The Stonehenge Free Festival would be stopped this year. The hippies were nothing but a nuisance. Last year, there had been 65,000 of these alternative thinkers on the fields around Stonehenge, doing drugs, listening to loud rock music, and generally disturbing the peace. Not that anyone lived around there, but that wasn't the point. What they did was illegal. They were a counterculture, eating at the fabric of everything his country stood for. Groups like the New Age Travelers, Tibetan Ukrainian Mountain Troop, TP People, Circus Normal, and the Peace Convoy. It all sounded very 1960s if you asked him. They claimed they came because it was the culmination of the summer solstice, but he knew better. It was just an opportunity to get high and turn this place into nothing but another Woodstock. It would be stopped, and he would be part of it. The police had planned this for 4 months. There was no way they couldn't succeed. He turned and exited his house. Tristan stepped from the shadows on the side of the police constable Bertrand Tompkins' house, near where he kept the rubbish bins, in time to watch the police constable climb into his car and drive away. And so it begins. Tristan grinned to himself. He extracted a comb from his back pocket and carefully combed his feathered hair before disappearing again into the shadows. Time for some chaos. Time for some fun. And he vanished behind the bin. Linda woke up cranky. Maybe it was because a rock had poked through her sleeping bag, digging all night into her back. Maybe it was because Daddy snored like a grizzly bear. Or maybe it was because Mother wouldn't stop talking all night long. They'd been on the road over a month. It wore on her. "Linny, have some breakfast," Mother called from outside the Winnebago. "You need to eat." Always the not-so-subtle comment about her weight. "Quit calling me that." She dragged on a shirt and a pair of cut-off shorts. It was too cool for shorts, but she didn't care. She brushed her long, light brown hair and twisted it into a braid. It sucked she couldn't have a shower, but things like that didn't happen when you were traveling across Europe, apparently. At least not the way her parents preferred to travel. Hippy-dippy Winnebago with peace symbols and rainbows and slogans in Russian all over it. "Just come eat some oatmeal. We're heading for the festival in a few minutes." With a huff, Linda slapped the door open. The field they parked in was a mass of vehicles. Everyone was packing up. Daddy read a newspaper, ignoring the noise. What would they do with the Winnebago when they returned to Illinois? Isn't this wonderful? Just look at it, Mother exclaimed. That from a blind woman, Linda said into her bowl. Already Mother had put on those stupid goggled sunglasses. Old lady glasses. Sunlight hurt her eyes, but surely there was something more respectable she could wear to shield her eyes against the sun. Hush now, I can see enough. A dog barked in the distance. A baby cried in answer. Not everyone was as old as her parents. There were some young people here too. That hadn't improved her mood. She slid her eyes to her mother. Then she said, "Then do you realize how ridiculous you look? All dressed in orange like you're a giant traffic cone." Mother pursed her lips. "How many times must we talk about your attitude? I have looked forward to attending this festival for years. With my health and raising you, this has been my first opportunity. I want to share it with you." Her fault again. I know. God, how I know. That's all you've babbled on about since we left Illinois. God, I wish you would shut up." Mother flinched as if she'd been slapped. I know. You'll enjoy the bands as much as me. There's something divine in our coming here. The cosmic force that guides us ordains that we be here. It's been guiding me all my life. Since she and Anna Eudora started spending more and more time together, that was all Mother talked about. Cosmic force this, cosmic force that. What the hell was that anyway? Why does it want us here? Linda slung her spoon into her half-eaten oatmeal. So you can introduce me to smoking weed, and I can listen to bands through a purple haze, orange haze in this case. Her gaze slid down Mother's orange dress to the orange shoes. Just like you did at Woodstock. No, wait, I remember. You conceived me at Woodstock in some sort of drug stupor. Why do I have to be the responsible one here? Anna Eudora had introduced her to pot, or some blend she called something weird. Mother would never admit to smoking ordinary marijuana. Child, if today weren't so important, I would leave you here. You wait and see. Something revolutionary is going to be revealed today. Today will go down in history. Yeah, I doubt that very much. Linda clapped on a pair of headphones, clicked on her Walkman, and stomped off to find an outhouse. Dolly turned to her husband. Why don't you step in when she talks to me like that? Ivan Davis scratched his head. I thought you handled her very well. Handled her? She's a nightmare. We brought her on this trip in hopes of straightening her out. I'm all for sending her to boot camp. I've had it with her attitude. If the cosmic force doesn't reveal itself and enlighten her, I don't know what I'll do. Do you think she needs to see the psychologist again? Why is she always so angry? Ivan simply shrugged. Beats me. She's not cutting herself. She's worn every short-sleeved shirt since we left Sweden. You're full of answers. Now be my eyes and she wears nothing but black. I can barely see her. Why won't she wear the cheery clothes I got her in Sweden? He shrugged again. Never mind. We've got to get going. Is she coming back? Ivan scanned the sea of cars. Looks like everyone is loading up. Yep, here she comes. And she's smiling. That's a good sign. Linda exited the outhouse and bumped into a teenage guy wearing a foreigner t-shirt. Excuse me, she said a little too loud. The music thumped in her headphones. Cool shirt, the guy said, pointing at something. What? Linda shouted. The guy pulled off her headphones. Take those things off so we can talk. Music poured out of the headphones before Linda could shut off her Walkman. Sorry. For what? The guy grinned bewitchingly. Didn't mean to bump into you. The first cute guy she saw, and Linda regretted she hadn't had a shower in 2 days. She must smell like a giant armpit. The guy didn't seem to notice. He poured on the charm as he flashed a smile more dazzling than the sun. Maybe it was destiny. You here with your parents? Course, she replied with an eye roll. I wouldn't come to this lame thing on my own. The guy's smile turned lazy. I don't know. Could be fun. There's going to be a lot of good music. You don't have to sit with your parents. You could always sit with me. Looks like we dig the same music. Linda looked between her shirt and his. They wore the same foreigner t-shirt. She snickered, then blushed. Was it too late to find some deodorant at least? I don't even want to go to this. Did your parents make you? No, I came by myself. He sounded American. No way! I like action. I think today there will be a lot of excitement. You sound like my mother. The guy shrugged and kicked a rock. Nothing wrong with that as long as I don't wear dresses like her. Although I'd like to see an old lady wearing a foreigner t-shirt. You hardly dress like mother. She only wears orange. She's like legally blind, you see. It's only one color she can see. She still looks like a traffic cone. That why you wear black? The guy said baldly. No, Linda retorted. I like the shirt. I get it. So what's your name? Tristan. What's yours? Linda. Mother calls me Lindy, but I hate it. Linda, do you want to sit with me during the Free Festival? I'll have to ask my parents. Ask them then. I'll stay here. Linda beamed. I'll be right back. She pirouetted on one sandaled foot and walked away. Tristan's face hardened as soon as she was out of sight. And with that, we'll finish the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any further questions or want some more information on Jamie Poole, please feel free to visit me at jamiepoolebooks.com or drop me an email at jamiepoolebooks@gmail.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.